Hello everyone, it's Adamant MTG here to play more Magic the Gathering Arena and continue my series on the new player quick tips. So we were at the decks, and I'm going to take a quick aside and just show you more of the interface and a couple of things for the starting players. So we covered a couple of the tabs here. You'll be exploring this and trying to figure it out. There's a lot of redundant buttons, like ways to get to the Mastery tab. Obviously clicking there, you can always do it here too from the profile tab. So just navigate and figure that out. It's not always super intuitive, but you know, it is what it is. So the other buttons on top here, just to cover them briefly, are the packs button. Packs is going to tell you what you have unopened in your collection. So there's a couple of different strategies or ideas behind this. Of course, you're going to be excited. You're going to see packs and you're going to want to open them. If you open the packs, there's a couple of things you need to know about pack openings in this screen. When you have a incomplete collection of cards, it's going to open the pack and give you all of your progress on the wheel. It's also going to give you cards and potentially wild cards. You can open them as well when you open a pack, and those are all great. But if you already own the rares or mythics, there's something called fifth copy protection. I suggest you research it, but in a nutshell, it's the way that the game has to protect you from getting redundant rares that you already own when you already own the playset. And the progress will show up in a there's something called a vault, which will gain. Let me see if my tracker explains to me my vault progress. I think it does. Somewhere. I know it does show vault progress. Maybe because I don't have any. But so very few acquired cards with the beginning of, oh, there it is, vault progress. Okay, well now we've done a tutorial on MTGA Assistant. Vault progress right here is 0.5. So you can look at this tracker. It just pulls your local logs, and Magic Arena doesn't show the progress, but you can look for the progress here. Once you get to 100% vault, it'll show up as an icon on the top, and it'll tell you to unlock it, and it'll give you a boost in wildcards, and that's how you sort of get value out of opening your packs. Now here's the reason I said pause. At the beginning of your collection, you're going to obviously want to open all your packs and have fun, and that's part of the excitement of Magic, is seeing what you get and what decks you can build with the new cards you have. The acquiring of cards and collecting the cards is a really fun part of the game. This tracker helps you see how your cards are coming into your set. It'll tell you what you have acquired recently. Non-duplicate cards. Don't think it's synced properly because these cards are not in my collection. But talk about that another time. I have multiple accounts, and I don't know if MTGA Assistant is understanding that. So this is where your packs are going to show up. If you want to hoard packs and wait and not open them, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're getting a boon of cards. So let's say you've gone to the store and you are excited about buying packs. So you buy a bunch, maybe you buy a bundle like this, and you're sitting on them and you're waiting for the set to be released, and now you have all these packs that you've unopened. But you also plan on drafting. Let's say you want to do a bunch of drafts and you've got your kind of your coins or your gems set aside. You're excited about doing some drafting because you really enjoy that part of Magic. If that's the case, do not open your packs until you draft. And the reason for that is if you draft a bunch and you acquire your rares and mythics, and you get a playset of a particular card. Then what happens when you open packs in this area, your packs are shielded with the copy protection algorithm, or whatever you want to call it, the feature. So then when you open that fifth card, it's not going to let you do that. And it's going to say, hey, here's another rare instead, because we know you already have that one. So the copy protection, in the event that you're going to be doing drafting, do your drafting first, open your packs much later, and then you have a better chance of getting the cards you need to fill your collection out. When you open all your packs and then you draft, drafting does not, those packs, when you're opening them in draft, do not give you the protection because it has to have the integrity of a draft. Therefore, a randomization of cards. You could easily get a fifth copy and that copy just fizzles. Now, it might contribute to the vault progress, I don't know, but it's still not really worth it when you want your fifth copy protection to actually protect you and your collection. Hope that makes sense. It wasn't too, obviously it was a probably extended, detailed explanation, but hey. What else do we have? So we have all the buttons here. We've got this little doohickey that gives us a view of all of our wildcards, and we'll talk about how to spend them in a little bit. Gold, gems, and here's some fun stuff for you, beginning players. Highly recommend this resource. You click here, and you've got a online resource, level 1, the full course. Now this is a archived article. It takes you to a web page, the Wizards official web page, and it shows you a really, really good, comprehensive, step-by-step Magic walkthrough. Reed Duke has done a great job of kind of laying out Magic, and I would recommend this. Just go there now if you're new and this is new to you. Of course, you could, stick around and I could do all this for you, but the comprehensive course is so good that I don't even want to touch it. I don't want to attempt to redo something that's really well done. So this is where you want to go. Now, also, you'll notice I have a button here that says Replay Tutorial. You won't have that, but if you do have the tutorial, again, the beginning of Magic, it'll kind of walk you through the basics of combat, and I suggest you do that. Once you replay the tutorial, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Once you get through the tutorial, which we'll do very quickly, first, Sparky will wake us up from our planeswalk. I guess we got us our spark, and we're just figuring out life as a planeswalker. So we get some role play with Sparky. If you want to cosplay this and really get into the immersion of being a planeswalker, I suggest you just find yourself a cloak like this. And we're going to play land. Now this tutorial tells us everything to do. It's not really a true interactive interface. So for that reason, go through these steps. You'll learn a lot about the game. But for me, I'm just going to concede here. Clearly, I'm not prepared to be a planeswalker. But I'll show you how that progresses the story, or whatever you want to call it. So these are the goals. This is the goal here, to unlock all these decks. If you go in here to your options, and I believe it's account, and you click skip tutorial, this will complete them all, unlock all of the decks. And I think I talked about these decks earlier in the in a earlier video, but unfortunately I'd forgotten that you have to go through the tutorial first. So if you're catching up on these videos and you're confused at the beginning, I apologize. I don't want to go back. I can't obviously go back in time and edit that. So this is how you start your unlocked decks. You get a one deck of each color, and then you can commence the color challenge that I did show earlier and play the game of Magic. And then you start your color challenge wherever you want to begin. I haven't done any of them, so I don't know if we want to do that in a video because that seems like might be tedious. I'll probably do them offline and just progress the video, whatever. The other resources you have in this Learn More are pretty good. You can check about what set rotation is. Just a good place to get your offline links, or your online links, whatever you want to call it. Outside talks to you about what to get. Launches browser. Okay. So that's it. Your other icons. I guess you have this big area here in the middle for advertising. This rotates through all the new things. The talks to you about what's happening in Magic. Any new events that come up usually get advertised here, and you can typically click the links. You can typically click the links or clink them and go into whatever, whatever part of the thing that's going to link you. It's all, we're all hot. What else? Sparky here is doing its thing. I think you can shut that off maybe, or maybe that's just part of the tutorial. It's trying to get me to play the color challenge so I can progress these quest lines. This is your reward track for the mastery. And of course, your last, let's end this video now. We'll do another video about the options in gameplay and graphics, etc. We'll use that. We'll get a whole new video for that. All right, with that, let's end this, wrap it up, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks for being here and enjoying. Hopefully, you're enjoying the series. If you are brand new and you have questions that I'm not covering, I'm trying to be methodical through the software, but please ask, and I'd be happy to make notes and add any suggestions you have to the series. Thanks. Be good to each other, be good to yourselves, and until next time, signing out.